Hello, class. I just want to give you a little help with your assignment, your debugging discussion assignment for this week. So I haven't been through yet, as I suggested to you. I suggested that you go through and just sort of eyeball it first and fix the obvious things, and then paste it into Visual Studio. Uh, but I've just gone ahead and we're going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and before I attempt to compile it, we know there are some problems and most of them are easy to spot. So let's go through here. Now I've created a new console app, and if you notice your code, it says namespace daily rate. So I've followed along with that. That's what I named my solution and my project. And so let's just take a look now. Now notice right here we have a method signature, calculate fee, but then everything seems to be out of alignment underneath. So if you look closely at that, you'll see there's a semicolon here on the end of that, and I know a method signature does not have a semicolon at the end. So let's get rid of that, and then we'll fix this indentation. So that was definitely one of the syntax errors. Um, the semicolon at the end of this method signature. Now we've got some other things sort of out of alignment here. Let's go ahead and fix those. So let's save it now. Let's see what we got. Well, we can see that it's not going to compile, but let's just give it a try anyway. Build solution. And so right away we see that it failed and we have 3 errors. So let's take a look at what those are. Now we have argument cannot convert from string to int. So we'll double click on that error and it'll take us to the line that caused the error to occur. So read double daily rate equals read double into your daily rate. So let's look down here at read double. And it says it's in fact returning a double. But look at this. Enter your daily rate. So read double is expecting an integer as an argument when in fact we're sending it the string, the paragraph to write for the prompt. So let's convert this to, not convert, but change this argument type to string. And then string line equals read line double parse line. Okay, let's see what we have now. Okay, it failed again. Cannot implicitly convert type double to int. Okay, now that's pointing to read int. So let's take a look at that. Go to definition, read int, takes a string, and that's what we're giving it. And you see, even though it's called read int, it says it's returning a type, a return value of type double. Yet when we consume it here, we're anticipating an int here. So let's go ahead and fix that. Read int. Let's change this to int. And let's see if it'll build now. Okay, it failed again. There is no argument given that corresponds to the parameter n of write fee. Okay, write fee, calculate fee. It says that we have a method call wrapped around another method call. And so calculate fee does indeed take a double daily rate and an int, number of days, but it returns a double. It only returns one value of double. Yet write fee, so we're going to send write fee a single value of type double, but it says that it's expecting two arguments, a double and an int. So that's an invalid signature based on our use case here. So we're going to get rid of that second argument for write fee. And now let's see what we have. And our build succeeded. Now that only means that we have no syntax errors. If your build succeeds, you have no syntax errors in your code, at least in the code that you built. You may be accessing some library that wasn't part of the build that has some syntax errors, but that's a different matter. For the code that we're building, there can be no syntax errors if the code builds and runs successfully. So we know it's built successfully, so let's run it and see what happens. Okay, enter your daily rate. So I'm going to enter 100. Let's make it 1,000. You probably don't remember the old TV show Peter Gunn, but that was his fee for any private detective job he took, 1,000. So let's enter that. By the way, it's a great show. Number of days, let's say 5. Okay, the consultant's fee is 5,500. Okay, you're thinking, okay, five. Shouldn't that be 5,000? Well, now let's look at the code before you think that we have a logic error, and that's the other kind of error that you can have once you've got all your syntax errors uh, handled and your code compiles and runs. Then you have to check for you have to test and retest multiple times for uh, logic errors, and those are errors that they're a little harder to find than syntax errors. Syntax errors are obvious. Your code won't compile. You have to fix those. Um, the logic errors, if you weren't diligent and didn't test your code thoroughly, you could go right ahead and deliver code that's full of logic errors. You don't want to do that, but you can certainly end up doing that. So you want to have a good test plan written before you release an application, and you want to automate uh, those tests to the greatest extent possible. The goal, of course, for automating your unit tests should always be 100. You should have coverage for 100% of your code. Very few people achieve that, but that should always be your goal. And if you're starting out brand new with a brand new project, you can certainly do that. Where people fall short is you get hired to work on a legacy code base, and maybe it was begun before test-driven development became popular, or maybe the people just didn't do it. Then when you're trying to backfit all of those automated unit tests into that code, plus develop new functionality, new code, new features, you definitely cover all of that code with automated unit tests. But as time permits and as you need to go back and maintain the old code, that's the time to apply the unit test, automated unit test to the old code. Excuse me, I had to get some water. I was trimming trees on Sunday, and it breathed a lot of dust. So anyway, back to what I was about to say. Why are we seeing 5,500? Well, the code here says it's the consultant's fee is P. Now remember, calculate fee. We're going to call calculate fee with the daily rate and the number of days. And then whatever the value that returns, we're going to send that into write fee. Well, write fee here multiplies that by 1.1. And so it's going to be a higher fee than just the daily rate times the number of days. So that's why. And we were just asked to debug this code. Whoever wrote this, that's their call. If that's the way it's supposed to work, that's the way it's supposed to work. Our job was just to make it work and produce the output desired. So anyway, that's it. I hope you found this useful. Now, since I don't want to make things too easy for you, I showed you how to do it. Obviously, you've watched the video, and you might need to play it again, stop it, from time to time and go and fix your code and then restart the video. But I don't want to just print out the corrected code and send it to you. That would be irresponsible on my part. This is a learning task for you. So hopefully this will help you. And I look forward to seeing your work. Thank you.